So now see rules for date of maturity and days of grace. What is date of maturity? The date on which the payment of bill becomes due is called due date or date of maturity. So suppose I have written a bill and the amount of the bill is payable on 30th April. So then this 30th April will be called date of maturity or due date. While calculating the due date of the bill, it is compulsory to add 3 days to the period of bill. These 3 days are called days of grace. Now why we are giving these days of grace? Because in Negotiable Instrument Act, yesterday we discussed that bills of exchange are governed by Negotiable Instrument Act, and that this is the provision given in the Negotiable Instrument Act that you have to give 3 days of grace also. So whenever you are calculating 3 days of grace due date of any bill, so at that time when you are determining the due date of the bill, you have to add these 3 days of grace also. Now, some important points will also be applicable. You have to keep in mind while you are calculating due date of any bill. So first is, if a bill falls due in those months in which there is no correspondence day, for example 29th, 30th and 31, its maturity date will be the last date of such month. Suppose I have written a bill on 30th January for 1 month. I have written a bill on 30th January for 1 month. Now 1 month will be completed on 30th Feb, but practically there is no date called 30th Feb. So in that situation, it will become 28th Feb. The month will be completed, or it will be assumed to be completed on 28th Feb. So if no correspondence day is there according to the date of the bill, then last day of the month will be counted as completion of time. Bills drawn on 30th May or 31st May for 1 month. This is also another example. Suppose I have drawn a bill on 30th May or 31st May for 1 month. Now, after 1 month, the date will be 30th June. If I have written the bill on 30th May and the bill is for 1 month, obviously the due date will be 30th June. So on 30th May it is written, 30th June, 1 month is completed. But if somehow I have written the bill on 31st May for 1 month, then there is no date for 31 June, because June is of 30 days. In that situation, the the month will be assumed to be completed on 30th June itself. So both will become due on 3rd July. Why they will become due on 3rd July then? Because we have to add 3 days of grace. So 30th June till 30th June, 1 month is completed. Then 1, 2 and 3. So 3rd July will be the due date of the bill after adding the 3 days of grace. Now, if the due date including the date of grace, now suppose in the previous example, this 3rd July is suppose a Sunday. Suppose this 3rd July is Sunday. Because Sunday is not a working day, that's why in that situation, what will be the rule? Because 3rd July is the due date, that means the payment has to be done on 3rd July. But because it is not a working day, so payment cannot be done on 3rd July for that reason. So in that situation, what we will be doing? If the due date including the days of grace falls on Sunday or a public or gazetted holiday, means the crux is that you are knowing in advance that this will not be a working day, because it is already declared that it is a public holiday, or it is already a Sunday, or some gazetted holiday like Diwali is there or some other festival is there. So if it is like that, then the due date will be supposed to be 1 day earlier. So in that situation, the date will be shifted to 2nd July. The date will be shifted to 2nd July. Means one day earlier it will be completed. Now next is, if the due date including the days of grace has been declared as emergency holiday. Now it was not earlier known that 3rd July will be declared as emergency holiday, due to some emergency like lockdown situation was there. The due date will be supposed to be one day later. So next working day will be the actually due date. Suppose on 3rd July and 4th July both were the emergency holidays, then 5th July will be the due date. In that way, it will move forward by one day till it reaches to a working day. Or you can say, suppose 3rd July is declared as public holiday. Means emergency holiday. It is declared as emergency holiday. And next 4th July is Sunday. Then obviously in that situation, 5th July will become the next working day. And in that situation, 5th July will be the due date for this bill. Okay. Now we have to practice this calculation of due date first, because in journal entries we have to write the dates also. And whenever you will be maturing the bill, that date you have to calculate on your own in the question. So you have to practice for calculation of due dates. Now here in the first column, date of writing the bill is given. Date of writing the bill is given. And here the tenure of the bill is given, means how much time is given to the debtor, that time is mentioned here. So you have to calculate the due date according to this time and date. Now I will start from here. 1st January 2017. So first date is 1st January 2017 and time period is 2 months. So now I will first count 2 months. So 1st January to 1st February, then 1st February to 1st March. So 2 months will be completed. Then after 1st March, I have to add 3 days more. So 2nd March, 3rd March and 4th March. So 4th March will become the due date. 4th March 2017 will become the due date. I hope it's clear. Now see second example, 28th January 2017 and the time period is 1 month. So from 28th January, if you will count 1 month, it will become 28th Feb. 28th Feb. So 1 month is completed and then afterwards I will add 3 more days. So 1st March, 2nd March and 3rd March. Third March, two 2017. Then next you see, now the date of the bill is 30th January 2017 and time period is same 1 month. So now if I will count 1 month from 30th of January, the time will be 30th Feb. And because there is no such date in the calendar, that's why 20th Feb will be considered as completion of month, 1 month. In that situation, now I will again add 3 days of grace in 20th Feb. So the date will be same here, 3rd March. 3rd March 2017. So you can see practically that either you are writing a bill on 28th January or you are writing a bill on 30th of January. The both are becoming due on the same date because the month get ended on 28th Feb. One more fact you have to keep in mind, sometimes this year may be given here as a leap year. So if I am writing suppose in a leap year, suppose I assume it as 2016. So in 28th January, then it will become 28th Feb. And because it is a leap year, that's why 29th date will also be there. So 29th Feb, 1st March and 2nd March. Then this will become due on 2nd March due to this factor. So you have to keep a watch on this factor also. Now next question is 30th April 2017. Now I will expect that you should reply with the due date of its. What should be the due date for this bill? So, from 30th April, 1 month will be 30th May. Then 2nd month will be 30th June. So on 30th June, 2 months time is completed. Then 1st July, 2nd July and 3rd July. So 3rd July 2017 will be the due date. Now another bill has been written on 30th April 2017, but this time it has been written for 3 months. So now calculate the due date. See, first month will be completed on 30th May, second month 30th June, and third month 30th July. So till 30th July, 3 months are completed. But July, if you remember, is of 31 days. So next dates will be 31 July, 1st August, and 2nd August. So that's why it will be 2nd August. 2nd August 2017. Regarding Sunday, public holiday, gazetted holiday, or emergency holiday, question will inform you. Otherwise, you don't need to count that whether it was Sunday or Saturday or any public holiday. That you cannot do on your own. Now next date is 30th April 2017 again. But this time the tenure has been given in terms of days. It is not given in terms of months. So you have to exactly count 30 days from next day, means 1st May. You have to count. So 1st May till 30 days. So it will be 30 days will be completed on 30th May. 30 days will be completed on 30th May. And then afterward you have to count 3 days. So May is also 31 days. So 31st May, then 1st June, and then 2nd June. So in this situation, the date will be 2nd June 2017. If anyone is facing any doubt, needs any more clarification, any confusion, let me know that. Now the next is 1st December 2016, and the tenure is 60 days. Now leave 1st December. You don't need to count 1st December. From 2nd of December, you will be counting the days. Now in total December, there are 31 days. Out of this 31, I have left it 1st December. So in December, 30 days I have got for this bill. And I have reached to which date? I have reached to 31st December. So till 31st December, 30 days has been completed. I hope this logic is clear to each and everyone. Now I will move for the remaining time in the next month, and now the remaining time is 30 days again. So now 30 days of January. Next will be 30 days of January. So I will reach to the date 30 January. So till 30th January, I have completed 60 days. Till 30th January, I have completed 60 days. Now I will be counting 3 days of grace. So 31st January will be the first day of grace, then 1st Feb, and then 2nd Feb. So 2nd Feb will be the due date of this bill. 2nd Feb 2017. So you have to be particular about the number of days. In case days is given, then you have to count it properly. But we never count the date of the bill in the tenure in any of the question. If you are starting, see, from the 1st of January 2017, if you are counting the months, the month get completed on the previous day of the corresponding date. Like it will not be completed on 1st of Feb. It will be automatically completed on 31st January. But for the sake of convenience, I have counted in that manner, so it will become easy for you, because we never count the date of the bill. That is the logic. This day is not counted in the tenure of the bill on which it is written. 28th December 2015. 20th December 2015, and again the tenure is 2 months. Now I will expect from each one of you answer for this question. Okay, now see, 28th December, first month 28th January, second month 28th Feb. So till 28th Feb 2016, because the year will change when you will pass the December month. That is a mistake which students generally do in exams. So 28th Feb 2016 we have reached. Now 2016 is a leap year. You have to keep in mind that 2016 is a leap year. So because 2016 is a leap year, that's why 29th Feb will also be there. So in that case, 29 will be the first day of grace, then 1st March, and then 2nd March. So this way the due date will be 2nd March 2016. So I hope this question is also clear. This way you have to be alert about the year, particularly in December month and for the leap year. Okay, now see question number 2. First option is 23rd November 2016. 23rd November 2016. And the time period is 2 months. Now this time question has given an emergency holiday date. We have to be alert about this date. If somehow we are getting this date in any question, we have to check it. So 23rd November, then 23rd December, 23rd January. So till 23rd January 2017, 2 months will be completed. Now 24 will be the first day of grace. Then 25 January will be the second day of grace, and 26th January will be the third day of grace. So means the due date will be 26th January. But we all know that 26th January is our Republic Day. It is a national holiday. That's why on this date we cannot expect the payment. And because it is already known in advance, that's why it will be 1 day previous. In this case, the due date will be then 25th January. It is not an emergency holiday. So that's why it will be shifted to 1 day previous, 1 day earlier. So 25th January 2017 will be the due date. Now next question is 27th November 2015 and 3 months. So 27 December, 27 January, 27 February 2016, the year will again get changed. And because this is also a leap year, 2016 it will be. So then 28th Feb and 29th Feb will also be there. So 28th Feb will be the first day of grace, 29th Feb will be the second day of grace, and 1st of March will be the third day of grace. So your due date will be 1st March 2016. So this point is also clear. Then third one is 29th May 2016, 4 months. So now 29th June, 29th July, 29th August, and 29th September. In this way, 4 months will be completed. Then September is of 30 days. So 30th September, 1st October, and 2nd October. So 2nd October will be the due date for this 2nd October 2016. But 2nd October is a national holiday again. 2nd October is a national holiday. So in that case, again it will be shifted to 1 day earlier. So in that case, it will become 1st October 2016. Now next day is 23rd May 2016 and the time period is 60 days. So leave 23rd May. From 24th May, if you will count for the month of May, these will be 7 days: 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. 8 days will be there in month of May. So 8 days you have completed in month of May. Then rest 52 days are there now. So then 30th June. June is having 30 days. So that way 38 days have been completed. Now the remaining number of days will be 22 days. 22 days will be there to complete it. So 22 June, we will reach to the 22 June. We will reach to the date 22 June 2016. And now I will add 3 days of grace in that period. So 23rd, 24th, 25th. 25th June I am reaching. So that way the due date will be 25th June. May, June, sorry, July it will be. We have completed 30 days of in June itself. 22 July. 22 July, then 23, 24, 25, 25th July. We are reaching to 25th July. Now 25th July has been given here as emergency holiday. So in that case, the due date will be 1 day ahead, that is 26th July.